Okay, as you can see, I'm in the middle of putting this together now, putting the electronics in, and it's not very easy. I have no instructions for this, so I'm just kind of figuring things out. I did plan it ahead of time, and I'm really taking my time here, so yeah, I haven't glued anything yet, so I'll just pause it now and I'll show you how it goes. Okay, I got it all hooked up, dry fitted, whatever. It was a nightmare, man. I have no idea. But yeah, there's the tail feathers and whatever. I put a popsicle stick on each of the ends there because you have this area right here that can bend, so you need something to, strengthen that. So yeah, I'll clip that, put the push rod on there. So yeah, here's the battery compartment, ESC. It's gonna go, I don't know, on the side somewhere maybe. But I have this Turnigy. It's like a 12 amp. What is it? 1100, or it's a 1000 kV motor. I'm gonna be using a 10 3.8 prop. Now I should probably use a higher kV in-runner with a folding prop, but Hobby King is out of stock on those, but I had this not being used, so I'm just gonna use that and see how it goes. I heard that like a slow spinning propeller on zero throttle, is flapping in the wind, is a huge air brake, which is fine for me because I'm not going fast, and I just want to cruise around really slow. We'll see how it goes. So that's that. Yeah, here's the engine mount. That's that. I'll plug it in and show you how everything works. Okay, guys, got everything wired up, and everything looks good. I got it programmed in. I had a little fluke with plugging in the wrong servo onto the wrong port, but I fixed it. Alright, yeah, there's the elevator. Working. Looking good. Looking good. And also have programmed in spoiler-ons. Now I heard they're better than flapper-ons or whatever. So, gonna give those a go. And I know everything looks crooked, but it's not glued in yet, so that'll be glued in straight, of course. And of course the wings won't be glued in. It'll be plugged in and out with the handy-dandy aileron servo extensions, and that'll be good. I'm thinking of not taking it apart. I might just crack it open, put some glue in and stuff. It's just so tight, and it'd be just a pain to do it over and everything. It's really tight in there. I don't think it'd be a big problem. So I'm thinking of doing that. All right, so later. Okay, guys, let me show you my wooden engine mount here. Use 1/8 inch dowels as kind of wood nails folded in, and it'll go in to the holes on the nose of the plane, like so, and hot glued in. So of course it's a lot better than just without the dowels, just flat glued in. So maybe it's overkill with 5 of them, but better safe than sorry. So here we go. I'm going to glue it in. Okay, guys, I thought I'd show you my motor situation here. Last night I tested it with the power setup on the plane, and I balanced out the prop perfectly, double-checked, triple-checked it, and when I gave it throttle at about 50% power, the engine was vibrating so wildly that the motor actually seized up, and I heard a big clunk, and it just stopped. So I didn't want to force it or anything, so I took it apart. Turned out I thought I had a bent motor shaft. What it was is the actual bell is out of balance, really bad. Like one section was contacting, the stator's were actually closer to one side than the other. So, and then when I tried taking the shaft out, the little housing, up here, was actually not glued solid enough, and it popped off. How do you like that? So this is about the, I don't know, third or fourth Hobby King motor that has failed me so far. So I'm thinking of completely switching. This is the other motor that I have. This is the 1100 kV Turnigy thing. The only bad thing about this is that I have to mount it somehow like that, because this adapter on here, for one thing, it's plastic. The only metal thing on here is the nut, so that's not good. Even worse is that one of the 4 screws they gave me was broken. Look at that, it doesn't have a head to it, so I'm not going to be using that. So again, I'll try to find a way to use this until I find a replacement. But it's kind of a shame, after all the trouble I went through with this mount right here. I'm going to keep this wood thing, but I'm going to somehow try to get this off. Alright, so that's that. If you guys have a suggestion for a better motor, feel free. I'm all ears. Okay guys, here's the finished product. It's christened the Styrohawk, because it's styrofoam and part wild hawk. Finally got the motor shaft flipped around. Took about 6 hours, but I got it done. In the process, some of the magnets got loose, so I had to CA them back on, and that's kind of shoddy. I'm gonna have to get a new motor, which I'm in the process of doing, and so this will only last me a couple flights. I don't want to be relying on this motor too much. It's not in a good position. So I kind of got a bad egg with this motor, but the overall weight of the plane, I need to get a digital scale, but I don't have one. I'm just guessing here, but it feels like a couple pounds, and it's quite heavy. I kind of did a thrust thing. I juiced the throttle, and it feels like it has enough thrust to at least cruise around. It must have about a 1-to-1 thrust ratio at least, so it should be okay for my purposes for now, until I get a bigger motor. And of course I got this is like it must be like a 25 or 30 amp ESC, I'm not sure. I have no idea, I was just given that ESC. But anyways, got the tail feathers on. It's really tail heavy, so I'm going to be adding some weights up here. I would be cutting into there, moving the battery forward. The problem is that those silly wooden dowels are kind of sticking into it, so I can't dig in very far. I'll be trying though sometime, but I'm just kind of anxious to get up in there and see how she flies. So for now, the weights will do okay. I think I'm going to use some AA batteries, put them on the front. I don't know, do something weird. But another problem I had spoilerons mixed in with this. I had a problem with one of the servo extension cables. I think I accidentally plugged a servo in the wrong polarity. Yeah, the plug it allowed it to go backwards, and I had hot glue on it, so I couldn't immediately tell the orientation of the servo. So somehow after that, it stopped. That cable stopped working for somehow. I can't get inside the fuselage to check it, but I have a Y splitter, and that worked. With the ailerons, the only deal is I don't have spoilerons now, so because of the heft of this plane, it'll be coming in pretty fast, and I'll just have to take a couple passes to bleed off that speed, and I'll just try to do my best, hopefully the prop saver will save it from any damage. Of course, I don't really care with this motor, and I have tons of props, and I'm thinking of going to like a 11-inch prop with a larger motor and ESC, something like a 30 or 40, and maybe 200 or a 300 watt motor, maybe something more. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out as it goes. But get some flight footage next, right? Later.